Happy 4th, guys. So my name is Hulto Naranzol and I'm going to talk to you about the biometric security. Here's my overview page. I'm going to go over introduction, also biometric devices and their types, how does biometric system works and the processes, application of biometric and pros and cons and conclusions. So what is a biometric? Biometric is a combination of two Greek words, bio meaning life and metric meaning to measure. So it plays a crucial role in verifying person's identity by enforcing access control methods to the unique biological traits. The next page is about devices and types. There are two of biometric security devices. There is two types. The one is physiological, another one is behavioral. Behavioral one is include voice, guide, and signature, and another one is iris, fingerprint, ear, DNA, vein print, and also face. The biometric security devices measure unique characteristics of the person, which makes it extremely difficult for someone to break into this system. And the next page about facial recognition. So it uses the visible physical structure of face and analyze spatial and geometry of distinguishing the features in to then identify. So next page is about retina and iris recognition. Retina scanners and iris scanners, they are two different things. So retina scanners uses blood vessels in the back of the eye for authentication. The blood vessel pattern in the back of the eye unique to the individual. This method is very intrusive and is not widely accepted because it breaches like a person's medical privacy. For example, possible discovery of disease in the eye or other medical condition may alert a company and can cause employment issues. The iris scanner, which measures an individual's iris pattern, is non-intrusive, which person has a different color pattern in the iris. Therefore, the iris scan used to measure these characteristics. It's more popular within the security fields. Also, we all know about the replay attack, also known as a playback attack, is when a person uses someone else's credential without their permission. The chances of replay attacks are very low on retina and iris scanner because it's nearly impossible to copy the retina and irises of someone else to use for impersonation, while retina and iris recognition systems do keep information and areas safe from the intruders, and these systems are really expensive. So next page is about how does biometric system works and the process. So in this case, I choose to talk about the finger scanning. So biometric finger scanning process, how does it work? So the first finger is scanned by finger scanner, and then software identifies unique points. No fingerprint images are stored. The points are transferred into binary number. The number is encrypted and linked to the user's ID number and stored in the database. When the user returns, the same process happens and the new template is compared to the database until the match is discovered. The matching ID number is sent to the host application and the user account is found. All this happens in about a second. It's impossible to create a fingerprint from this data, and privacy is ensured. The next page is about application of biometrics. It can be divided into following three main groups: commercial application and government application and forensic application. So commercial one would include a computer network login. So in this case we can use like fingerprint verification system and electronic data security, and also banking and credit card, ATM. We use a face recognition here. We could, yes. And government application, it will include national ID cards and also driver license and also the border control and passport control. Forensic application, it can be corpse identification, criminal investigation, also terrorist identification, or we can add parenthood determination and missing children. So this page about pros and cons. Pros, I'm going to talk about the pros first. It's biometric is extremely hard to fake. The biometric properties such as fingerprint or an eye scanner is unique by definition for each individual. Also, it also provides an increase of convenience. Following all the best practices makes the pattern strong, but at the same time it makes it complex. Changing it frequently for security reasons can cause like some inconvenience in the terms of remembering and creating new complex password every time. And the third one, stable. Biometric are also stable and enduring, which means it changes very little over the course of the one's life and can identify persons in spite of little variation over the time. The cons, how about the cons? It could be a privacy. Privacy is one of the biggest concerns of the biometric solution. If the server's strong biometric information is hacked, it could have extremely serious consequences for individuals. And then error in biometric device, false reject and false accept. This is usually due to particular biometric technology being unable to read an attribute of given person for various reasons. The false accept is a scenario in which device accepting unauthorized person, and the false reject is the scenario which could device falsely rejects an authorized person. So the last thing about the cons is high cost, which is involved getting a systems up and running and also storing and maintaining the biometrics. So what's the conclusion? We can say that although biometric security is surely breakthrough and becoming more advanced and prevalent with the latest technologies, but there are both positive and negative aspects of it. Fingerprint readers have been fooled using Play-Doh and facial scanner using special pair of glasses. If the biometric is accompanied by MFA, like multi-factor authentication, then probably we can say that it can lead to comparatively safer, secure solutions. So thanks for your time. Thank you.